Everybody, what's going on? We back with yet another episode of With Time We Can.
Yeah, it's another one.
We got this episode here with my man Nino from Lincoln University.
From the U, yeah. shout out
LU
to
stand
LU.
up, LU pride.
This is like the first year of 2013. They went to the new Lion. I was hyped to grab everything.
Oh yeah.
That was the first year they went to the new logo. So it was like everything was fresh.
Oh,
and it was
man.
the first year they put the in front of Lincoln University. You know?
The Lincoln University.
So like
Remember
everything. This is the first everything that I bought that year was like, so I was hyped. Everything they dropped, I bought.
Real rap. I just got my alumni shirt, man.
Word.
But yo, man, we just here today, man. We just want to talk to the good brother Nino. He's been through a lot of trials and tribulations in his life. I actually met Nino at Lincoln University. His freshman year, he came from a youth detention center and in Pennsylvania, and he transferred from that youth detention center over to Lincoln University. Went to Lincoln University for a couple of years, and then unfortunately he landed back in prison for a substantial amount of time. But now he's out now, you know, driving trucks, doing what he got to do. And I just want to give y'all the opportunity to hear his story, man. How was so let's go take it back, man, you know, because I met you when you was just coming out of, where was you at again?
I was up at Glen Mills School. So it's a school up in like Thorndale, PA.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Delaware County. It's like a more predominantly like middle class county, but it's a lot of like police and law enforcement in that county.
Okay.
So, but it's right outside of Philadelphia. So I was at the Glen Mills schools. So it's like it's a boarding school. In order to get there, so a judge has to send you. Like your parents can't put you here, or it's not somewhere like you have to commit a crime, be adjudicated or convicted, whatever it is in your state, and then sent there by a judge. So it was people here from Texas. You had people there from Texas, Jersey, Delaware, Florida, to people from Australia, the UK, England. You know, people like that's straight up Japanese. They didn't know no English. They still got to learn how to speak English at this to be here. You know what I mean? Because they committed a crime over in Austria. You know what I mean? And they were sent here, and as part of it, like So.
Wow. So Glen Mills is basically a placement for juvenile delinquents. So
it's what they qualified as what they call a residential treatment facility or But it was like a boarding school. The Glen Mills motto was to look of it more as like a school or like a college than a facility. But a facility indeed is what it was for sure.
Okay. So if you don't mind telling the viewers, man, what landed you in Glen Mills?
So honestly, what landed me in Glen Mills, I got a long story, right? But what landed me in Glen Mills was I was down on 15th Street, at the Wendy's downtown in Philly, where I was eating a burger with a friend of mine. We was down. It was like 10 o'clock at night. We eating a burger. Boom! I see like 100 dudes outside. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I look out the window, and it's just like all these people. It's just a big window right here. There's all these people in the street. So this is during the time of the flash mob.
Okay.
So this is 2011. But meanwhile, I'm on a run.
You on the run from another case?
I'm on the run from another case.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? From back in 2010, where basically, I got an interaction where I was charged with robbery, and adjudicated the robbery as a juvenile. But at this time, I'm on a run for it. So they want me for the robbery, but I'm running. So they got to catch me.
Wow.
So I'm downtown, and I'm eating this burger. Boom. So it's like 100 people outside. So this is the flash mob. So I'm like, yo, but she told me to come downtown with her.
Really?
So now I'm downtown, and I'm like, they all looking in the window, and I'm like, why are they looking at us? So she like, no. So the time I didn't know that this girl is. So during this whole flash mob, it was two sides. It was like North Philly versus West Philly. Yeah. I'm not from Philly. I'm from Delaware County.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I tell people from the rib, like, I'm from Delaware County. Spent a lot of time in Georgia. Like, I bounced around a little bit, but I'm from Delaware County. I'm from Darby, PA. You feel me? 19023. I was, you understand, I'm from Park Lane. 1333 Park Lane was my address growing up. That's where I'm from. That's my, so I'm not from Philly, right? But everybody think I'm from Philly because I rip and run through Philly like I'm a Philly dude, but I'm not. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So anyway, excuse my language. So it's North versus West.
Mm-hmm.
So she dates this West Philly dude that's basically like the top dog of this whole West Philly situation. I don't know none of this when she tell me to come down there.
Right.
So all of these dudes, I'm talking about, it's got to be like, no lie, no exaggeration, like 200 guys.
200.
Like 200 people. Flood the Wendy's, right? Wow. So they coming straight at me, right? So I just jump up, I start throwing chairs, I start throwing everything. So I'm getting jumped in Wendy's.
Yeah.
So I'm getting just me and her getting jumped in Wendy's. I'm throwing tables, I'm acting retarded. I'm hitting people, I'm flipping stuff. I run through the back, through the kitchen, I'm trying to flip the fryer over, I'm just going retarded. So the cops come in there and I just won't stop. I'm just like, go ballistic. So they break it up. Somehow I still manage to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get outside and I'm like, yo, I'm sitting there, I'm like kind of stuck. I'm kind of amazed because I'm like, yo, I'm just seeing people running which kind of ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at all kinds of cop cars out here at this point. Like I'm talking about, it's regular pickup trucks that you think is like a pickup truck that you've seen this truck many a times you damn chance. Like now this shit got cop lights on. And you like, yo, that's a cop car. Like it's Nissan Altimas. It's just all kind of cars that you just like. And I'm like, yo, I just said, next thing I know, I get grabbed. Right? Come here. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, get on me. I just got jumped. So that turned into that. So they catch me. Boom. I'm up Glen Mills.
Wow. Just like that.
It's over.
How many years were you up there for?
So I was up there from 2000. I only spent 9 months up there. It was weird because I kind of bounced around. So I went to another placement first. I had a prior incarceration before that. And so I went to another placement first called Concerned Treatment Unit for Boys up in Coatesville, PA.
Okay.
And I basically went there for the second time now. And this guy, it was this big dude from Pottstown. And it was this older girl I was dating from Pottstown back in the day. And he just was like, yeah, whatever. So I already didn't like the dude. So I already had like a thing against him. But then this little dude came in. All my life, I've been like a vigilant type of person. Like, I'm outspoken. I'm kind of like, I've grown to be to who I am. I love myself. You know what I'm saying? I love letting people know that I love myself. But growing up, I was more like a quiet, shy type of guy. I always was weird. I am the same way I am now. I always was weird. I always myself. I'm always going to be who I am. I don't really care who's around me type of guy. But like, if you're picking on somebody who I feel as though can't be themselves, now we got a problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'll go at whoever because I feel like you basically trying to tell somebody they can't be who they're going to be.
Right,
or you know what I'm saying? Like, I shut all that down for you.
Right.
And so that's majority of the trouble I got in school growing up, as much as people think I was a bad kid, was from fighting bullies, beating up people that always picked on people, beating up people that picked on me when I finally snapped on them, or like just beating up people that I watched over a period of time, just pick with people through the school. Okay. And what I would do is I would put myself in a position where they would pick on me, and then I would beat them up.
And you'll be okay.
On purpose.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this guy, he was like messing with this little dude. He just kept messing with him in class one day. So I said, yo, man, you know, I looked at him. I said, I kind of didn't want to be there anymore. I always have been problem. He told me, you know, if you get in trouble at this place, you're going to Glen Mills. But I had already known from I went to school in Glen Mills. I had been in the day program where they sent me to school on a bus up there every day for years, for like 2 years already, 3 years at this point. So I already know it's at Glen Mills. Okay. So at this point, I'm at this placement. I'm like, yo, I got to do like a year or 2 years in this place. And I'm not going to get nothing from it. Where I could go to the mills and I could do trades. I could learn how to do this. I could do sports. I could, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, forget that. Anyway, so I kind of was already like looking for a way out. So he just said something to me and I just got up and I just decked him. I put him right out. So he goes, so I get him up, pick him up, I put him back in his chair. So the teacher coming to class, everybody's like laughing and chuckling and shit. The teacher don't realize the dude is asleep in his chair. So when he wake up, we all go to lunch. He tell on me. So everybody goes to lunch. They like, Rainey, stay back. So I'm like, what's going on? So they like, yo, what happened in class? And we already know what happened, man. So just be honest. So I'm like, if you already know what happened, you're gonna talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so they was like, all right, well, you can't be here no more. So they did what's called a FTA, failure to adjust. And basically that means they move you from one program and they kind of ant it up a little bit. They move you to the next level program. And so the next level for me was Glen Mills. Okay. So that's how I ultimately ended up there. Right. But when I got there, I was like, I already knew what, I already
You
had
already knew
in
what it
mind.
was.
Yeah, I already had in mind what I wanted to do.
Right.
So all of this, the shit that people went through at Glen Mills trying to get to the program, I didn't go through because I already had seen how it worked.
Mm-hmm.
I already had been there, and it's crazy because George Williams, my counselor at the time, he told me when I left, when I got discharged, he said, man, you wore your jacket very well.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He basically was telling me like, yo, you manipulated the shit out of this system. Man.
Right.
There's not
right.
many kids that do that. You know what I mean? And it's like, they didn't catch me until it was time to go.
Okay. Now, after Glen Mills, you know, we met at Lincoln University.
Absolutely. He was my RA.
I was his RA.
Freddie Date.
Frederick Douglass Hall,
Third
just
floor.
in case y'all didn't know. Now,
yeah, we had a lot of memories, bro.
Now, at what point did you stop going to Lincoln University?
So,
because I was a senior, so I had already left. At what year did you?
So I'm gonna be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know, but like a lot of people was on to it, but a lot of people wasn't. So 2013,
mm-hmm.
I actually went to Lincoln. 2013, 2014, I actually went to Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Fall and spring semester.
Okay.
2014, 2015, I never ever was a student there. Even though I attended classes, I went to class.
Yeah.
I like did everything. I never was enrolled in classes there ever. The whole time I just.
How did that work?
I don't know. I just came to
and
school.
They was letting you come into class.
I don't know. It was like weird. Like I didn't go to class all the time. I picked what class I want to go to. I would go to random classes, sit in the back of class, like and sit in class. And like some classes I actually sat through a whole like you know what I mean. People be like, "Yo, I seen you." Like, you don't even come to class no more. And be like, "Yeah, I know. I'll be there like next week or something."
Right.
And they don't realize like I'm not a student here. Like I don't go here. Like I went here last year. I don't go here this year. But
after 2014, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you came home. You know, from Lincoln, period, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yup, I came home.
All right, and I mean, how was that, man? Because coming out of school and not being able to finish, was that a gateway for you to go back to a life of crime, or?
Honestly, college never was for me. It was something that I realized, like, as soon as I got there. It really wasn't. It was something that I did to get out of being locked up.
Okay.
So you know what I mean?
It was like an outlet.
It was an outlet, and it was an experience for me. And I made my mind up in fall semester.
Mm-hmm.
Like halfway through the semester, I was like, I'm gonna fuck this entire year up.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm gonna learn a lot of shit doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I literally lived my life and experiences. So Lincoln for me wasn't something that I was mandated to do. It was an opportunity that was presented to me in my life because of things that I was accomplishing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I didn't felt like if I didn't meet your qualifications to graduate from something that you offered me, I was cool with that.
Right.
Because I came what I came for at this point. You offered it to me.
Right.
I didn't come to you and say, hey, can I come here?
Right.
You came to my track meets. You came and you watched me as an athlete. You asked me to come to your school. I came there. When I got there, then you didn't want me to compete anymore. That was fine with me because I didn't really want to compete on that level.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel as though I was that good. I was strong as an ox, but they didn't have powerlifting at Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So that was fine with that. I knew already from the rip, like, as soon as they told me that I wasn't going to be throwing a javelin, like, okay, cool. College is not something that I'm willing to do.
Okay. So what took you back to the streets, man? Like, what took you back to this?
Honestly, I wasn't really in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
At the time that I was arrested, what got me arrested for 2.5 years was I had a gun in my car. Mm-hmm. At the time that I was arrested, I was running a party bus company with my cousin, an entertainment firm with me. I basically was doing my own thing, entertainment and promotion. Something I'm still doing now. Everybody knew me as Nino the Gawd. You know, I was doing the pictures and photography. I was throwing the parties that's retarded. I pull up parties on YouTube that's got thousands of people. You know, that's what I was doing. So it wasn't like I was some bad dude that was running the streets. Like, no, I just was always aware of the streets. Like,
okay.
I'm a guy that's I had my time in the streets when I was young. In my life, like I robbed a dude, you know what I mean, when I was 14. But I didn't like just rob the dude. I didn't even know it was robbery until they charged me with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I basically just beat him up and went in his pockets. But you know, that was our thing when growing up. Like, it was like, yo, bro, if you got knocked out, you got the pockets ring.
Yeah,
that was that.
Yeah,
like, you owned that. That was that. Like, whatever you had in your pay, you came up off that. That's how it went. But his parents didn't feel the same way. So they brought him to court, and he told, and pointed me out, and the whole nine. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, that's cool, but y'all got to catch me.
So what about this most recent arrest when you went upstate for the 2 years? You said you alluded to having a gun charge.
Yeah.
And, like, what was going on? Why did you feel the need to carry a gun, man?
So
what was the situation?
at this time, I was running my party bus company. I literally was driving party buses. So I would literally get off work sometime 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would have like $5,500 cash money in my pocket.
Wow, really?
$7,000 cash in my pocket. And I'm like, this shit is scary at this point because I'm watching people, I'm watching stuff going around me that's not regular. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, is it that people? I haven't changed anything, but I'm like, is it that people recognize? Then I'm just like, at this point, everywhere I go, I'm getting uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, people know I got money, and it's not because I'm showing it. It's just because they watching me make it. Like, they watching me. They see me every couple nights pulling up at the club, and I'm literally like Cheddar the Connect, Ace Hood, 50 Cent on the back of my party bus, and I'm like driving them around Philly. And then I'm like, I got 50 Cent in the middle of North Philly in the projects, and we parked up. And like nobody know he on the back of my bus but me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just like drive me through Philly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just driving 50 through the back through Philly in the back of my bus. And people just like, and he just like, yo, I fuck with you, young. It's because I met him at Onyx. You know what I mean? So people, when I drop him off, chicks see it is like, first thing in my mind, I always want to drop him off at a low-key. I'm like, yo, you don't got a driver that can meet you somewhere? I don't really want to meet you at the club. Why not? Because you're going to leave. I'm not. The chicks that see you, they're going to call their little boyfriends and baby daddies that don't got no money. And they're going to tell them that I was just with 50.
Right.
And they going to think that because I was with you, I'm on now. And the truth is, I ain't.
Right.
But when they come, it ain't going to be what they think it is. They're going to be just basically practicing because I ain't even going to have nothing for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, I got to protect myself. You know what I mean? I never was a guy that was like, here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who you like. It's not even a thing about being gangster or none of that, but it's just like, I literally bust my ass for everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? When I got robbed, I told the guy, like, yo, you gonna have to kill me. Like, you going like, and he was just like, I let this mother, and I'm like, bro, you gonna have to.
Right.
You're gonna because before I give you anything, bro, you're gonna have to take it from me. You're gonna have to, so I'm not saying that you're not gonna do as you whatever, but you gonna have to take it from me. I'm just saying, I'm not just gonna go in my pocket and give you what's mine. It's not gonna happen.
That's real. Okay. So when you got locked up, I mean, was you driving around and they caught you with the gun?
So basically, what happened was crazy ass story. I got in an argument with my girlfriend. She got out the car with my phone. I was driving. My tire blew out. There's no bullshit. I pulled through a checkpoint. The DNC, the Democratic National Convention is in town. I drive through a fucking checkpoint. And the National Guard pulled me over.
Wow.
They don't pull me over. I actually pull up to the National Guard and I'm like, yo, can y'all call me a tow truck? I don't realize, not the National Guard, excuse me, the Secret Service.
Okay.
I don't realize this is the Secret Service. I just see 2 black Yukons and I'm like, these guys do got on all black, but I'm like, it's probably the police. I'm thinking it's like a traffic unit or something. I don't realize that it's actually like the Secret Service when I drive into the checkpoint.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, can y'all come in a tow truck? I ain't got a phone. They like, yeah, hang on a sec. Be cool. Boom. Philly PD show up. So this lady pull up. I'm like, cool. She like, you need a tow truck? I'm like, yeah, I need a tow truck. I'm gonna just pay for it to get towed. I got cash in my pockets. You understand? I'm good. Like,
right.
So I'm just sitting there the whole time, sitting there smoking a cigarette, and all these other cops are coming, and I'm just like, I'm not worried about nothing. The whole time I got my gun right here in my waistband. Like, I ain't worried about nothing. I'm talking to the police like it's regular and everything.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm comfortable with a gun on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not like I know that they don't see it. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I sit down, they over there talking, everything cool. Tow truck pull up. I go to get in the tow truck. They like, oh, before you leave, do you mind if we search you? I'm like, search me for what? They like, for your safety and ours. I'm like, well, I'm safe. I don't know if y'all safe. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the truck. I'm gonna go home. They like, well, put your handles out of the car. We're gonna search you. So I'm thinking at this point, like, okay, they see the gun. They just played it safe. So that way I didn't react. So I'm like, at this point now, I'm already in my head like I'm going to jail.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm like, I don't ever go down without a fight. Like, so every time I ever been to prison, I fought the police. It's just something that I do because I feel like they never had the proper intention in mind. I feel like sometimes they start off with the right, but somewhere in the process, dealing with police is always somebody that do some crumb shit. For whatever reason, they feel like they need to do it. the process can be done correctly if they really wanted it to. Like, they really be catching motherfuckers dating. But police always fuck up trying to be dirty, trying to do something that they don't have to do for whatever reason. It's just like, because they know they have the authority to do it. And they'll get away with it. And they know it. So they're going to do it. And it's just like, okay, y'all gonna F me, so I'm gonna F y'all right now. Because I already know once I get to court, y'all gonna make this however it need to go for me to get convicted. So I'm just gonna get the first punch out.
Okay.
Basically. So, I put my hands on top of the car, they pat me down. The way they reacted is what let me know that they didn't know I had the gun on me. Because when the guy patted me down, when he reached first, he was like, "What's this?" I was like, "My belt buckle." You know, and then he ran across it again, and then he reached in my pants and realized it was a gun. He was like, "Gun!" And everybody was like, "Don't fucking move!" And I'm like, "I'm already not moving. Chill out. Like, it's not that serious. Like, hold on." You know what I'm saying? So, he's clearing the gun, and I just look to my left, and there's a cop there, and he's just looking like real, I don't know, fresh out of the academy looking. Like, he was just real virgin looking. I just punched him with everything. And
Damn.
And I'm just out there rumbling with the police. It's me and about 20 cops. I'm just out there, we just getting it in. So they take me to the police station. They booked me. I'm going down to the county now. The county won't let me in. They like, yo, y'all gotta take him to the hospital, get him some medical records. No, first I go see the bail commissioner. The bail commissioner tell me I'm getting charged with DUI and a gun. I'm like, DUI? So he like, yeah. So I'm like, I wasn't even driving when she pulled up. What are you talking about? And they like, this is not the case for that. Basically, they cut the screen off on me. So now I'm in there ramming on everybody. And to like the bailiff, everybody, I'm just snapping. I'm like, whoever can get it. Y'all let these cuffs off me. I'm going to punch you square in my mouth. I don't care whoever it is. So the one guy tested me, and I punched him in his mouth. So anyway, and it just kept going on. So they put me in the car to go to the county and get to the county. My knees is bloody from where they had, like, from where I was fighting the cop.
So they finally took you up CFCF, man. Well, the county. And so how long was you in the county before you went upstate?
I was in the county for a year and a half.
Year and a half?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is Philadelphia county?
CFCF is like real. It's nutty. It's like it's just a nutty. It's what you make of it. Honestly, it's like any other prison. I don't know. I just wasn't uncomfortable.
Yeah. You sat in there for a little while.
CFCF is what you make it. You know, you can go in there and try to be this gangster and try to be this killer and try to be this or that. And even if that is what you is, that's what you're going to get. Okay. Or you could go in there, you could do your time, you come home. Or you can go in there and become a scholar. Or you could go in there and become a doctor. Or you could go in there, like, it's whatever you will not, like CFCF, but it's whatever you make of it. You know what I mean? Like, being locked up is always like, I don't know, for me, I feel like it's a break for me. But I feel like it's God slowing me down because it's just part of my journey.
So, as far as release, how was it reacclimating back into society after being away for 2.5 years?
So everything that I said that I would do, everything that I planned on doing, coming out of prison, I've literally done.
Yeah?
Like everything. Literally in steps. Like I said I would come home, I would get my own place. So when I came home, I was renting a room. I came home renting a room. You know what I'm saying? My second week home, I was working at Checkers for $7.25 an hour. The second week, people like, yo, are you serious? Are you gonna work for that much? And I'm like, dog, it's either this or like, you already know I'm ready to. So I was like, like, I'm working. So, and I just kept getting jobs, quitting jobs. I just kept getting jobs, quitting jobs. And literally was like, you remember if you called me, you'd be like, hey, you working where now? Well, I thought you was doing this. It was like, bro, that was 2 weeks ago. You gotta keep up. I got a whole nother job, whole nother phone, whole nother, you know what I mean? And I basically was working. So I was building. But everything I said I would do, I would do. I said I would come home, I would get my own place. I did that. I said I would meet a woman. I did that. I said I would get married. I did that. I said I would build a household. I did that. You know what I'm saying? I said I would become a Freemason. I did that. Everything I said I would do, I did. So at this point, I'm just doing everything that I said I would do, coming home from prison, and I'm living my life. You know, and that's what prison's about. Prison's about reform, you know, so it's not just about like, oh, they locked me up, fuck niggas, like, oh, I've been in prison all the time, I'm gonna get swole, come on, and I'm like, that's like real dumb. So like life goes on, especially when you got a short period of time. Like I did it Fortunately for me, I was young. I did the time. I came home before I was 25. I'm 25 now.
Mhm.
You know, I'm married. I had my son last year. My son is 8 months old now. My daughter's doing June 21st. So my daughter is doing a couple months.
All right.
So it's like, me and my wife, we got a house. You know, I'm driving tow trucks. I'm working for myself. You know what I mean? And I'm back and I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I caught a whole nother case. I caught a whole nother case driving in the car in Yaten.
Wow.
So I'm on a GPS monitor with the parole board. You know what I mean? And that in itself is not something that's common. Most people like they violate state parole are in prison.
Wow.
You know, fighting niggas in prison is crazy because during this whole coronavirus epidemic. Hold up, bro. Corona, bro. So during this whole coronavirus shit, I could have been in prison during this whole entire time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Ever since like May.
Right.
Or something. I could have been in prison this whole time. This whole corona shit, everything. My wife could have been home with my son, pregnant, dealing with this whole thing while I'm locked up.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm out here on this little thing I gotta charge 2 hours every 24 hours, and it's a GPS monitor. So it's a GPS monitor. They watch everywhere I go. It's a real live time. They can watch it like a ping on the computer. They can watch that thing, and they can see where I'm going and what I'm doing. I got a curfew, you know, and whenever I gotta go outside of my curfew for work or for whatever, you know, I hit my PO up. I let them know, you know, hey, listen, I gotta work, and I gotta check in. And I gotta do the whole knot. A lot of people don't know that because I live my life. I don't allow nothing, no situation, nothing to continue to stop me from doing whatever. You know what I mean? I just go and I go for it, full blast.
Damn. So what's the difference between a GPS monitor and being on house arrest?
All right, so house arrest means that you're in a house with a beacon. So they put a monitor with a beacon in it. You got a beacon inside of your house, and you can't go so far from it.
Okay.
All right. GPS is not the same. It's basically I got a band on my ankle that's got a GPS in it, just like your phone does.
Right.
And they can see my location at all times, 24 hours, 365.
Okay.
And they may have a curfew like I'm supposed to be in from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the week. During the weekends, it's 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. But I work.
Okay.
So my PO got my work schedule.
Right.
Because I work for myself. Like I'm on top of working for myself, I work for other people. Like I do security as well.
Right.
I'm the head of security.
Okay.
At my club. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, man, I'm licensed to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm licensed for tow. Okay. And so it's like when people talk about incarceration, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, it's all gonna be what you make it when you come home. You know what I mean? Right. Because it's jobs out here that's they looking for people like who else is about to jump in and out of a tow truck all day? Yeah. Get greasy. Ain't nobody about to do this but crazy folks, people that ain't got nothing better to do, and inmates coming out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Trash truck guys, like them guys make good money. It's a ruling job is not something that I could do. Right. But a lot of them make money doing it. Right. So.
All right. Well, yo, man, what would you tell anybody, man, that, you know, they need that advice, man? What would you tell the youth out there?
Stay the fuck out of trouble.
Stay the fuck out of trouble.
That's the easiest way to stay out of trouble. I mean, like, the easiest way to stay out of the system is to not get involved. Once you get in, once you get your first number, once you get in, it's hard to get out. Whether it be probation, especially with the probation and parole, how they get you with that. Like, you might be one of them guys that's like, yo, man, I could go to jail and do 20 years. That's weird, but some people are like that. That's cool, but then, like, you come home, you got 10 years doing probation, dude, and, like, that's a dick. Like, that's a bitch. Like, that's like running around doing programs. You got this guy breathing over your neck telling you when he gonna come and tell you, like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that. Can I go on vacation? No. You like, why can't I? Because your supervisor, then you talk to the supervisor, and they're like, your PO never sent. I don't even know what you're talking about. And you like, all right, this guy does not like me, or is he trying to see how I'm going to respond? And people go through this type of shit dealing with these institutions. Because that's what they are, institutions. Yeah. But furthermore, if you feel as though your case is tweaked, if you feel like the police is doing something wrong to you, if you feel like you got an opportunity to beat your case, if you feel like, you know, even you're back against the wall or whatever the situation is, and you gonna lose it all if you lose, man. Fight them motherfuckers. Like, take their asses to court because their institution is set up that way to where as though it's loopholes for them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You understand? Like, it's loopholes for them to use.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta basically like beat them to the punch.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a cat and mouse game, and they know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they treat certain people a certain way. It's not always about money. Sometimes it's just about the fact that you know what you know at the time that you know it.
Yeah.
And that's basically, can they pull the wool over your eyes or can't they? Can they get you to sign this waiver giving away your rights and you not know it? And they, even though after they explain it to you, you still not know it because you don't understand what it's saying.
Right.
The language sounds familiar, so you think you know what it's saying. But once you sign it over, and then now they explain it to you again, and you like, wait, hold up, huh? Well, now it's too late.
Right.
Okay, so this is what they do to people, you know. And they had like even the cat and mouse game they play with the whole county shit. The county is a scheme. You know, the whole game is it's the whole game that they play with is a game. I'm gonna sit you in the county, let you fight for 2 or 3 years, and then basically when it come time for trial, I'm gonna offer you time off, time served, so you can go home with a year or 2 of probation and basically wipe this away. Or you can go to trial, you can face 20 years. So that's now motherfuckers just scared.
Yeah.
And as they tell you for the rep, but they don't tell you is that your sentence holds 20 years max. But that's like the max penalty that a judge could ever give you. The judge is not about to give you that based on the guidelines of which your equate only hold up to a year to 5 within them 20-year sentences that they don't tell you that part. They just throw 20 out there.
Right.
Go to trial, we're going to throw this 20 at you.
Right.
Niggas like, I ain't going to jail for 20 years. You know what? I already did the 2. I go home tomorrow. You go home tonight.
All right.
You sign the paper, you go home tonight. Your family, you could go home tonight, and have dinner tonight.
And then you got that felony following you for the rest
of your life. And you knew you could beat the case. Right. And it was all a matter of sitting in prison another year or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, because that's what they do once you go to trial.
Yep.
Oh, now we're gonna lock you back up. Now they wanna pull you and your family and everybody. Want to exhaust your resources to see if you really wanna go forth with fighting them. Yes, I am.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. Well, you heard it here best, man. You know it's always good talking to my main man Nino, man.
Always, man. It's much love, bro.
Yo, definitely, man. Yo, stay healthy out here, my brother.
We gotta like stay like far apart because of running and shit. It's crazy out here, man.
Hey, man. With time we can. Another episode, man. My good friend Nino. Peace.